Hello and welcome to the Srky Boy Travel and Run channel, and this is a video of Runner's Weekend for half marathon in Belgrade. I've arrived to the Belgrade's new bus station and took a tram to the shopping mall to collect my bib and race packet. This will be my third time running half marathon in the city, but the first time in the autumn. This was the 5th edition of autumn race and I did a traditional half marathon in spring twice. Tram goes over the Ada bridge, that is a cable-stayed bridge over the Sava river, and it is 200 meters high. Belgrade is the capital and largest city of Serbia. The population of the Belgrade metropolitan area is 1.6 million according to the 2022 census. It is one of the major cities of Southeast Europe and the third most populous city on the Danube River after Vienna and Budapest. Due to its rich and long history, Belgrade has changed its name 15 times. Some even called it the White Phoenix, because after all the wars and 115 attacks throughout history, the city has always been rebuilt. After I picked up my race packet, I went for a walk by the Sava river, from the Belgrade waterfront complex to my hotel in downtown. Belgrade can be seen in world-known video games like Battlefield and Half-Life. A lot of famous movies were filmed in Belgrade, such as Bloom Brothers, District 13, November Man, 3 Days to Kill, Lockout, Ibiza, The White Crow, Crawl, Chernobyl Diaries, The Raven and more. The Eurovision Song Contest was held here in 2008 and it is home to Red Star, who won the Champions League in 1991, and Partizan, who won the EuroLeague in 1992. The shortest street in Belgrade is only 12 meters long and it is Lovačka Street. Branko's Bridge is named after Branko Radičević, Serbian poet. Urban myth is that the bridge got its name after the writer Branko Ćopić, who committed a suicide by jumping from the bridge in 1984. Belgrade Fortress consists of the old citadel, upper and lower town, and Kalemegdan Park, large and little Kalemegdan, on the confluence of the Sava and Danube rivers. Due to its tactical location at the meeting of the two rivers, the city has found itself at the junction of Western and Oriental Europe. Nebojša Tower is the only surviving medieval tower of the Belgrade Fortress and it was built in the 15th century. The only official Formula race held in Belgrade was during the World War II. It happened on the 3rd September 1939 around Kalemegdan to celebrate the birthday of King Petar I. Belgrade Zoo, also known as the Garden of Good Hope, is a publicly owned zoo located in Kalemegdan Park. Established in 1936, it is considered to be one of the oldest public zoos in southeastern Europe. It has a collection of 210 animal species and with around 400,000 annual visitors. This is the building where I used to live during the college. It is across the zoo and every morning I used to open the balcony door on the top floor, take a deep breath of all those exotic smells coming from the zoo to start my day. That would make me very high. I walked down this street countless times, and this is the bakery where I ate countless slices of pizza and other pastry. No wonder I used to have 20 kilograms more back then. This part of the city is called Dorçol, an affluent urban neighborhood. The name comes from Turkish words meaning four roads or intersection, crossroads. In 1522, the Ottomans opened a kafana, distinct type of local bistro, considered the oldest such venue in Europe, and it served only Turkish coffee.
Fırlayı orada gider yakın yer zaten. Tuvalette burada uğraşmasın.
For this visit to Belgrade, I stayed in the Royal Inn Hotel. Here comes the unprofessional room tour in 3, 2, 1. In the race packet I got yogurt, iced tea, discounts, bib number 1155. For the 11th half marathon I got a number starting with 11 and I couldn't find the meaning of number 55 in my life. I got a race t-shirt, not sure how many of these do I have, probably the same number of races I did. I always end up using couple of them. Don't get me wrong, I wash them regularly. Sometimes. One poor clip transition later and it's on me. I went back out to go for a walk in this wonderful city. Also, I like to walk by and take a photo of the building where my sister used to live during her college and send it to her. Čiči I mali Čiči, volim vas. The Republic Square is one of the central city squares and it is the site of some of Belgrade's most recognizable public buildings, including the National Museum, the National Theatre and the statue of Prince Mihailo. Hotel Moskva is one of the oldest currently operating hotel in Serbia and it was opened in 1908. Knez Mihailova Street is the main pedestrian and shopping zone in Belgrade and is protected by law as one of the oldest and most valuable landmarks of the city. Named after Mihailo Obrenović III, Prince of Serbia, it features a number of buildings and mansions built during the late 1870s. Belgrade Fortress is the most visited tourist attraction in the city with estimated number of visitors over 2 million yearly. It is also one of the places with the most beautiful sunsets I have ever seen. Belgrade Fortress is the core and the oldest section of the urban area of Belgrade. For centuries, the city population was concentrated only within the walls of the fortress, and thus the history of the fortress until most recent times reflects the history of Belgrade itself. The first mention of the city is when it was founded in the 3rd century BC as Singidunum by the Celts. The city fortress was later conquered by the Romans and became a part of the military frontier where the Roman Empire bordered barbarian Central Europe. The Byzantine Emperor Justinian I rebuilt the fortress around the year 535. In the following centuries, the fortress suffered continuous destruction under the Avar sieges. The name Belgrade, which in the most Slavic languages means White Town or White Fortress, was first mentioned in 878 by Bulgarians. The fortress kept changing its masters, Bulgaria during 3 centuries, and then Byzantines, and then again Bulgarians. The fortress remained a Byzantine stronghold until the 12th century, when it fell in the hands of the newly emerging Serbian state. In 1521, the fortress, like most parts of the Serbian state, was conquered by the Turks and remained under the rule of the Ottoman Empire until the year 1867, when the Turks withdrew from Belgrade and Serbia. Pobednik, or the Victor, is a monument built to commemorate Serbia's victory over the Ottoman and Austro-Hungarian empires during the Balkan Wars and the First World War. This is the wall where I spent days and days during my college years, just sitting, looking at the distance and thinking about nothing. The military museum was founded in 1878 and has over 3,000 ancient and modern items. These include Roman swords and helmets, Greek helmets and daggers, Serbian heavy knights' armor, axes, shields, helmets, crossbows, armored gloves, as well as Western medieval weapons. Please do not try this at home. Outside the museum's main building there are numerous tanks and armored cars of many types. Some were acquired during the World War II when they were captured by the Red Army and Yugoslav partisans from retreating Nazi and Axis forces. Before I went back to the hotel, I had a dinner. I decided to go for pasta, because I see many professional runners like to have it a day before the race for extra carbs and energy. The only energy I will get is to end up in porta potty during the race. This is second recording with my first action camera DJI Action 5 Pro, and I had no idea about all the settings, so I had the lights flickering issue. I want to thank my buddy with multiple personalities TPC who deflected clips, because he has full version of the DaVinci Resolve unlike me with a free version because I am cheap. If you have the same issue I had, I can hook you up with my buddy TPC or whoever he is on that day to help you out. Thank you buddy, really appreciate it. After a short walk I went back to my room to warm up because it was a cold day and I wanted to rest before the race. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you all for watching.